I was having a good Monday. It was fantastic. Woke up to an even better Tuesday because we had a Jackson 5. And I wake up Wednesday. And I tell you, you know what? Ravens flock, y'all. Let's just get it just go.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though.
Yo, welcome back to the home of original sports perspective, where I hope you can hear me because I'm having some volume issues at this moment. Just gonna give it a quick check. Okay, mic check. Cool, we good. Anyway, welcome back to the home of original sports perspective, from our couch to yours. This is your couch rider Raven saying, hey, we had a amazing Monday night. I was waiting all weekend for Monday night, and we had a Jackson 5. It was fantastic, and I was so appreciative. Just like I'd be appreciative if you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. It's like I was saying. I was having a good day. I was having a good week. Went to work with my chest up, feeling great. Had a good workout. Walked up in the gym with my Lamar Jackson shirt on. It said, "No, never doubt." It was like, hey, we in here. I'm getting these curls in. Looking at these guys across the room. They smiling. I'm smiling back at them like, what? We got it. We in there. We got a Jackson 5. We killed it. And then on Tuesday, I wake up. Excuse me, Monday, Wednesday morning. Today, yes. I woke up this morning and was I annoyed because the Chiefs stole the show and picked up Nuke. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really care. I'll be honest. It's a 32-year-old receiver. Let me just be clear about that. But before we get into this, because I'm gonna break it down so it can forever be broken. We're gonna jump in there, but of course, before we do anything, let's see who's in the room. We got, y'all here, man. Y'all here. Thanks for coming. Lisa says, hey, Jermaine, our defense not to be messed with. Got it, Cleveland Browns. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got some stats to say a little bit otherwise, but we're gonna bring it, right? We're gonna bring it. That's what we hoping. Jared says, what's up, Lisa? Delicious is here. He said, what's up, Couch Rider and Cam? Couch Rider crew and Cam. Okay. What's up? Okay, we got some folks here. Kenny D's here trying to tie the flock. I see you. You got that tie. And I see Russell Wilson over here throwing moon balls. We'll get into that too. You said you lucky you got cramped up. I'm gonna take W's how we can take them, and hopefully we can eat a W in front of Jameis this weekend. I'm gonna take them W's how I can get them, buddy. I said Monday was crazy. Didn't get home until 2 in the afternoon. And it says, here we go. Delicious says, I think Nuke still got some juice. I wouldn't sleep on that move. I ain't sleeping on it. I'm just saying we ain't using no 32-year-old wide receiver here as the top option when we got dogs in-house as shown on Monday. And then said, what's up, Jermaine? Anyway, y'all getting me away from my motivational thoughts, my motivational moment. I need this, and I think some of y'all might need this too. I know there's a few of us in here who got battles. We got real battles on our hands, and sometimes these motivational moments, they're for you. And so I'm hoping that I'm able to reach you with a few of them that I pulled off the line today. Here's one. Nope, that's not it. But that could be motivational. Let him cook. Let that man cook. The other one, what I was thinking as far as motivational moment, is your mindset. Your mindset is everything. Let me take my little subscribe thing off of here so you can see the full thing, because you need to see this chess piece, folks. You need to see what I'm looking at right here. What I'm talking about is your mindset. You got to have that right mindset. You think you're a king? If you think you're a king, then you're gonna walk like a king. You're gonna talk like a king. You're gonna perform like a king. It doesn't matter if you was set up in this life according to the world to be a pawn. And one of my favorite movies, and rest in peace, Heath Ledger. But the dad was like, son, you can always change your stars. You can always change your stars. In that movie, Nice Tale, because of the fact that you are in the control of your own destiny. What you choose to do in this life is going to make you look like a king or going to look like a pawn. But your mindset is everything. If you believe it, you will receive it. Or as that dumb NBA player says, speaking into existence. That is your motivational moment today. Believe you a king. Go walk like one. Go be one, folks. All right. We moving on. Let's get into. I know I do this continually. It almost feels like these are reruns going on, but I'm telling you, this is happening week to week to week. We have an AFC player of the week, folks. It is insane. We got another AFC player of the week. We had one last week, and I think they just keep handing the award over to each other. This time, like I say, this man cooked. He definitely cooked. And how much did he cook for? Oh, my goodness. He went all the way off. 5 touchdowns, 333 total yards of performance. My man was getting in. LJ, L Freaky, the man on the wall over here. You see it right here. He's a quarterback, y'all. And he just happens to do so many spectacular things all over the field. You love to see it. Love to see it, folks. All right. So, just as another reminder, now that we have covered our AFC Player of the Week, congratulations, Lamar. Congratulations, Henry. Y'all both cooking. It's going to be one heck of an MVP race between the two of y'all because y'all going to be the only ones racking up the votes. I don't care if they talking about Josh Allen and Jared Goff right now. Don't care. Don't care. Because these boys is showing that they some of the biggest and best players on the planet, and they blocking for each other. Come on. You saw them all. Amen now. Anyway, now that we have covered that, we need to cover a serious topic. As a dude on Instagram says, bring it in. We don't need Devontae. We don't need Deshaun. We don't need all these other people. We don't need nobody but the dogs we got in-house. We don't need DeAndre. I'm over here just yelling at anybody with a D name. We don't need him. You know why? Do you know why? And I'm going to tell you right now, the reason I even brought this topic up today, because I was just like on Saturday and Sunday, my co-host, Kam Ru, the man, the myth, the legend, the workout guy, the nice special artist, all this, we going in on text message because he wants to start some mess about how much we need DeAndre Hopkins, how much we need a 32-year-old man, how much we need a dude who ain't really did nothing this season to help this team out when we got dogs in-house. We got dogs in-house. And what I'm talking about, let me ask y'all something. When it comes to what we got in-house versus those other two dogs that y'all want us to pick up. Y'all wanted us to pick up. They gone now. So we in the rearview mirror. So we should not have to fuss about this. But I'm going to make sure that it is known that there is something that we have that both of those guys don't. And what's the number one ability when it comes to the players? It is availability. And because of that availability, our guy in-house, one of our guys, actually maybe both of our guys, Zay and Bate, have both outshone and outplayed these players this year. Go ahead and take a look at it. Read it and weep. You see all that green where it lies. That green is right there on the left under big play Bate. Under Bateman, folks. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, I got on to him on one of my shows about him and the connection with Lamar and how it wasn't there, and it's because of the fact that they didn't put the work in the offseason. Well, I mean, we saw what happens when you don't have the preseason games. We went 0-2. We were just getting warmed up. Those two first games with those L's, those were warm-ups. Now this team is rocking. Now this team is rolling. Imagine if Rashod and Lamar had got together earlier in the season, or early in the offseason. The chemistry that they could have had during those two games. Yes, he scored against the Cowboys. And he's got three. I think he's got 3 tutties. Yeah, he's got 3 tutties on the year. Could have been more. It could have been more if they had been getting together earlier in the season. So if you look at those stat lines, you could see that Bateman was averaging 18 yards per catch. But wait, there's more. There's more for my boy. More for Bate. Big play Bate, folks. He made a statement in his rookie year, and that's what y'all saw in the title of the show. He made a statement to say, hey, I'm going to be everything Lamar needs. I actually went and had a t-shirt made with this on it when he made this statement. I'm not saying he's everything Lamar needs, but I'm saying he is finally able to live up to part of this statement, that he is going to be something worthwhile for Lamar on this team. And I ain't mad at it. You love to see it. And y'all think, okay, well, maybe I'm just blowing smoke. I'm blowing smoke. So, like I said, the reason I got mad is because Kam Ru had the nerve to say something like this. And I know I was going to wait for him to come on the show, but you know what? Screw it. He ain't here on time. He ain't going to get he going to get the shade, and he ain't even here to defend himself. I'm sorry. This is his message here. So I'm in the purple. He's in the white. I say, yo, it's time to get younger. We don't need them old dogs because, Devontae is a 31-year-old man. DeAndre is a 32-year-old man. They said they have, like, Chiefs, they got the Titans to eat some of that contract. But ultimately, it's still going to cost us money. Why are we paying money for a guy who's not going to be the number one dog? Why are we paying money when we got Bate over here doing this thing? We got Zay doing this thing. And look at the last 3 games, folks. The last 3 games, I'll get into it in just a second, but I want you to see what he said here. He said, I'm trying to win a Super Bowl, and you want a bunch of Porsches. He meant Proches on the field. He wanted to take a shot at me because I like Proche. But that's okay. I understand, the game is what it is, and in big-time moments, Proche did not show up. Or when given the opportunity, period, Proche did not show up. He wanted to compare Zay, and he wanted to compare Bateman to Proches on the field. And this is before the game. But the thing is, we were still convincing enough to let this man know we didn't need another receiver to come in here. What we need is cornerback help because we got the last passing attack or the passing defense in the league. We're giving up all the cookies, folks. Over 2,100 yards given up in the air. It's bad. The 4th most touchdowns, or I think it's 4th most. I think it's 4th most. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Sorry. 2nd most pass touchdowns in the league. We've given up 14 tutties, folks. 14 tutties. Back to the offensive side of the ball. Like I said, big play Bate, folks. He is creating the separation. As a matter of fact, he's one of the tops in the league in separation percentage. You see it right there, 76.6. Chris Olave, Dontavian Wicks, these guys, they some ballers. They got good quarterbacks. Well, Olave don't right now. But they're getting the separation. They are making people miss. Deep out in the backfield, deep in the back of the plays for these big shots. They're getting open. Lamar just got to find them. Oh, but wait. There's more. So here it is. Wide receivers who created multiple steps of separation versus man coverage in the highest rate in 2024. Excuse me. I got a little bit of a cold here. Not a cold, but just kind of just a little scratchy throat. I ain't even going to say cold. It's not cold. I just need, I know this ain't prescribed. I ain't no physician, but I'm just going to give me a little story going. Tell me out here. Anyway, so Rashod Bateman and Zay Flowers are on this list in the top 5 minimum routes versus man. 40 routes. Separation. That's what it's about right there, folks. You get the separation, you're more than likely to catch the ball. It's a little easier. We'll keep going. Here we go. 4 players in the top 15 of average separation through week 6. Here we go. Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, Rashod Bateman, Isaiah Likely. Let me tell you something. I'm sitting here listening on the show. I'm listening to that daggone facility show. And they had the nerve to say that the Ravens have an unfair advantage because the Ravens got more weapons than Josh Allen. They said it ain't fair. When we had weapons, every time we turn around, somebody said, oh, they ain't got no weapons. Lamar's over there doing it by himself. Now they say, we got weapons. We developed these weapons in-house. Thank you, Eric DaCosta, for bringing what we have right here and helping us to make what we have and trusting that system and not paying those high picks and not sitting here and ruining the salary cap for a bum who's going to be on the roster getting well paid past their prime. Now, I'm not saying Devontae and them is bums, but when I get on here and I hear this mess, D-Hop to the Chiefs, 4-piece and a chicken nugget, another L for EDC. Whoever Shakir Big Trust Adonam is, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. Next time you have a thought, let it go. All right. So I'm still going, folks. I'm still going because there's more good news on here. Right here. Big Henry, since 2018, balling out of control. We already know. That's obvious. And back to the wide receiver stuff. Oh, no, it's Keaton. My bad. He coming. And Lamar. Here we go. Most games with 4 touchdowns and 50 rush yards since 1950. 6, including today. So Kam Newton, Mike Vick, Aaron Rodgers. My boys at the top of charts all the time. Oh, sorry, this is some other motivational stuff here. But, I'll take 2 for the day. 2 for the day. If God removes people from your life because he heard conversations that you didn't. He's looking out for you. He's looking out for us. Keep moving. Offensive player of the week. The last 4 winners, this is what I was talking about right here. 4, 5, 6, 7. We just keep rolling back and forth. They just traded off, handed a baton. It's like a relay going on over here. You love to see it. All right, I got 43 comments in here, Pam. Let me pay some bills right quick. That's my bad. My bad. I got the rambling, got on this rant because I was getting excited about stuff like this. When you see Bateman creating that much separation, the defender is not on the screen, by the way. That is not the guy coming closest to him. It's craziness. All right. Whew. All right, I'm going to go back just a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Kenny, hey, I appreciate you, boy. Like, for each of y'all that's donating, appreciate it. More than likely, these funds going to go towards my daughter's transmission because we bought a lemon and paying for it. It's yeah. So appreciate you. Your $5 going to that new transmission, buddy. He says the Tampa Bay Bucks defense is known to give up over 30 points per game. No need to celebrate. Look, this is an NFL team. It's an NFL team that's strapped up. They got chin straps on. That came on the field, and they just I think they beat the Lions. I'm pretty sure they beat the Lions. They strapped up. They got on the field just like we did. They got top draft picks. Vita Vea is one of those who got drafted the same night as Lamar because he was a superstar. I was sitting next to his family when his family got drafted. It was exciting. Anyway, they got superstars on their field just like us. Their defense has given up some cookies. We took advantage of it. You should take advantage of it. And we shouldn't feel bad because we took advantage of it. Just like if we played Cleveland, who's on a 5-game losing streak. And as long as we don't get caught in a trap game, hopefully not. If we go big over there and we get another offensive player of the week, we going to celebrate it. Because, what's his name? Zion McCollum? He ain't no joke. He ain't no slouch. Bateman put him in the spin cycle, got him on a double move, got the separation, got the tutty. You love to see it. So I appreciate the donation, my boy. All right, we keep going down. So we would love to have Hop, though. Everybody on this Hop mess. We don't need them. Why don't we need them? I need to go back through. Because we got stuff like this. We got this man here. And we got this dude here handling business. Jackson 5, folks, because he cooking to guys like this. You've got to let this man do him and not get another player in here that's going to screw up the scheme. We got dogs. As Zay says it himself. We got real burners. We do. You've got to trust in them. Bateman said it on the airplane. When Marlowe's going around with the camera, he walked up to Bateman and Bateman said, "Believe in me and stop with the crap." He's heard it. He's been frustrated by it. He's out here balling, doing what is asked of him. All these receivers are doing what is asked of them. If you bring in an old timer, first of all, they're going to have to ice up. They're going to have the icy hot ready. They're 32 and 31 years old, the guys you wanted. They have some talent, but they're going to have expectations when they come into the house. They're going to expect that their plate gets filled at the table when they come into the house. They're going to expect the carrots, the peas, some of those mashed potatoes. They want the steak. They want the yams, all of it. And those expectations are going to have to be met because the scheme is going to have to change. Things are going to have to go down to make a difference so that this player feels loved. If we got guys in-house who already know what their role is and that they're not getting any more than what they currently have, and they're going to find those opportunities to help them shine when they show up, just like Kam Ru has just now shown up, and he's going to shine. He knows his role. The Baltimore Ravens know their role. The ones that are currently in-house. We don't need a plus 30 player on the field that's going to give us a multi-year contract because we can't handle the cap right now to be able to handle somebody like that. We're going to have void years all messed up. Y'all seen Odell Beckham's contract. That was a messed up contract to bring a superstar in here that we didn't necessarily need. We got Bate now. We got Zay. We got Nelly. We got Zay. We got Isaiah Likely. We got dogs. Trust in them. And stop with the crap on trying to bring somebody else into this place that isn't Raven material. That's going to end up destroying a locker room that quits on their teams. No. Here's somebody who hadn't quit on me. It's Kam Ru, y'all. What's good, man? Let's hear it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
If you're gonna tell the truth, tell the truth. Don't lie on me, brother.
What I lied on now? What I lied on?
All right, let's get down to the brass of it. First off, you didn't want Henry here, so don't be crying and laughing about him now.
Gus put up.
No.
Come on, it was hard to see.
Get mine in, because I've been listening, and I'm like, why the man lying on me? B? I ain't even say it like that. Second of all, when it comes to, I never said they were pro-shades. Never in my life did I say anything bad about Bateman or any of our receivers.
So we need to pull up the receipt. I need to pull the receipt up.
Pull the whole receipt up, because what did I say in the text? I said we top heavy. I said God forbid one of them get hurt. We don't have anybody behind them. That's what I said. That's half of it. No, come to the beginning of the text. Don't go to the middle to the end. I said you want nothing but pro-shades. That's what you want.
We're pro-shades. So you calling our guys pro-shades?
You said no. I never called them pro-shades.
So who's on the field then? What's on the field right now?
How many of y'all been here?
Right now, hold on. Bateman, you saying I want a whole bunch of pro-shades on the field instead of actually having the stars on the field? What is it gonna be? Are they pro-shades or are they actually superstars?
No. Don't assume what I said. Don't assume. Don't assume.
Ain't no pro-shades. These are pros. These are good guys.
Don't assume. You know what
I'm sitting here looking at what the message is saying. You said you wanted pro-shades on the field.
Because you do this every year, bro.
I did what every year?
Hold on. He didn't want Derrick Henry last year. We had that problem.
Okay. Then I actually came back through and I apologized for that, didn't I?
Didn't want Derrick Henry last year. You thought pro-shade was it. Then before that, it's always
pro-shade didn't show, and I admitted. I was like,
let me get mine. Could you let me have it?
All I'm saying is you saying
don't put words in my mouth. I will never disrespect Zay or Bateman like that and say they're not good. I said we are top heavy. If one of them go down, and Zay almost went down, I said, what are we going to do? We just lost one receiver. Tez Walker has had no reception at all. Only person I trust Tylen Wallace more than I trust Nelly because Tylen don't drop nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Huh?
So that's still top heavy. I mean, next man up.
We only have 4 receivers. We only have 4 receivers. If 2 of the starters go or 1 of the starters go, we got 3. Tez has gotten no work. He doesn't.
How many tight ends we got though? How many tight ends is gonna be getting work as well?
Okay, so we got. But the point is, we have
guys. We don't need that extra addition of a 32-year-old man come in here and probably have to ice up and get a hamstring injury. Put on his team will be a lot more poison.
If that's the case, you could say the same thing about Derrick Henry. Have you seen him icing up? Have you seen it
during the offseason that he was about that work? You see the work put on.
Okay. And so does Hopkins. So does some of these players. So let's not.
What have they done during the regular season this year? What did they do this year?
Don't make nothing up. You making stuff up.
What they do this year? Have they done anything this year? Let me show you. They ain't done nothing this year.
Have you watched the Tennessee game?
Why? Because they have quit on his team.
Have you watched the Tennessee game?
Quit on his team.
Have you watched the Tennessee game? Have you watched one Tennessee game?
We're talking about Devontae right now.
Okay, you go. I'm not.
Because somebody hit a like button. Because he had about a like button.
I never said nothing
about a like button and decided he's going. Oh, I have a hamstring. It gets magically better.
You going to the left. This is when you know you're wrong.
He gets traded.
I ain't never gonna be able to answer I ain't never gonna be able to defend myself. But this is when you go to the left. Because I never said anything about Devontae Adams. I said if we get him, I'll be happy. If we don't, I'll be happy. Either way, I'm good. That's what I said. You can run. You got it. You got it on live. You got it on YouTube. Run it back. I don't lie about what I'm saying, boss.
Right.
I know what I said. When last year, when we didn't have Derrick Henry, what'd you say? Nah, Gus is good enough.
No, I'm talking about wide receivers. You trying to bring up?
No. You do this every year, bro.
I do this every year.
Look, I'm not trying to take away from nobody that we have. I said we top heavy. God forbid one of them get hurt. We in trouble.
We still got guys.
Huh?
We still got guys.
Okay.
If one of them gets hurt, we still got guys. But we got. Can we go with 13 personnel or not? Is 13 personnel? We got 13 personnel, right?
Who we have behind Tylen and Nelly? Because we're gonna have to throw the ball at one point in time.
We got 2 wide receivers starting. If you got Wallace sitting out there, you got Zay or Bateman, you still have guys because we can be one of those wide receivers. We don't need no old dude. You sitting here trying to bring in an old dude who ain't did nothing this year, but quit on the question.
You talking about somebody that ain't got no damn no quarterback. I asked you a question. I said if they get hurt, God forbid they do, we're top heavy. We have nobody behind them. You starting to sound like Jerry Jones. We good. We don't need to add nobody. We good. I said I didn't tell them to come. I'm not saying for somebody to come in and take anybody's spot because that's not going to happen. I said, God forbid somebody we can have somebody in there as a 3rd receiver or the 4th receiver every now and then. Tylen barely get any burn. So Tylen in there, and you got Nelly in there, and we got nobody behind him because Tez Walker has not played any reception.
I said both of them get hurt, right? You saying that both of them get hurt?
I said even if one of them get hurt, we got 4 receivers. If one of them get hurt,
we still can switch to 13. We have Likely who actually can double as a wide receiver or tight end because he has that ability.
All right, but he not. All right, let me.
We have the depth to be able to answer if an injury is there.
All right,
you need more the wide receiver.
You've been talking before I even got on here. This is what I said. This is what I said to him, people. I said, yo. I first of all, I said I'm a Hopkins fan. I did say that. I said I would love for him to get out of the situation. I would love for him to be there, be a Raven because he is a Raven. The way he plays, he's always been that way. I said they not even treating him right there. They ain't got no quarterback. They're not letting him play because they want to get the younger players there. Fine. And he was like, yo, all of this about the money and everything. I said that could be figured out. He would be a good extra just in case something happens. He's more of a short-handed receiver. You can't say he's not better than Nelly. He's twice as good as Nelly. He ain't gonna take the top off like him, but he ain't got to. He's twice as good as Nelly. You ain't gonna never say a 9-time Pro Bowler is not better than Nelly. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. He is.
In year 12. The thing is, you don't know what to expect in year 12. Once you hit your 30s, your legs are basically gone. Unless you're
that's the same assumption they had about Derrick Henry. We assuming stuff. He's still a good receiver. That's the whole point. I said Hardy just went down. Tyler gonna have to play more special teams. We have nobody behind him. God forbid somebody.
That's when you change things up and you switch to 13 personnel, but it's still
you can't do that the whole season.
It's in the realm of things that we already know that are possible as far as scheme wise, everything else. You can still go to 13 personnel and be just fine. If we bring in a new, let's just say that they are both healthy, right? Nuke or Adams. If we brought either one of them in, it changes what we do because then we would have to change how we get them involved in the game because they would have expectations.
How you know that though? You don't know the person.
Because of the diva that you're bringing in. Right now, I bet you right now, they are mixing up schemes to make the ball available for Devontae Adams. They're gonna be mixing things up.
How do you know we gonna be expecting? He gonna look. I'm demanding the ball. How do you know that? You don't know that.
You don't know what they're gonna do. They don't know what they're gonna do in this game. I'm telling you right now that Harbaugh likes guys that are blue collar. Those guys ain't blue collar.
Hopkins not a blue collar guy.
Ain't blue collar, bro. He goes to work. He goes to work, but at the same time, like okay. And he actually, I'll give him props. I'll give Hopkins props. He was quiet over there and hasn't fussed in the media about anything like that.
He's never had a quarterback and he's never fussed. Yeah. He's never complained one time.
But I'm telling you, this is a guy who is expecting to be a number one wide receiver and expecting a lot more attention than he's getting over there in Tennessee, which means we got to change the scheme up.
He's not going to be the number one receiver at Kansas City. He's not.
I mean, they're going to deliberately try and feed this ball to this dude.
No, they don't.
Kansas City.
If you're watching, you should watch.
Juju is hurt right now.
What?
Juju is
the number one.
He's hurting right now. You got Worthy, who is more of a gadget player, and they will get him in occasionally. But if Nuke is in town right now, you can't tell me Nuke is not going to be the number one wide receiver.
He's not going to be the number one wide receiver.
He's not going to be the number one wide receiver in Kansas City.
He don't know. He's not. Xavier is the number one wide receiver.
I have receipts on this too.
What else you got receipts on? Because you've been wrong about everything.
Brooke is on your side right now. She's saying I love Hopkins.
Wrong about everything that you said.
One Hopkins this entire time.
You made a lies about what I said.
You won this entire time. We won Hopkins anyway. So regardless if you got Hopkins or the Titans, you dead wrong for letting the Chiefs. How are we dead wrong for letting the Chiefs get Hopkins? We didn't. We weren't a dog in that fight.
I don't care if we got it. Look. I said it as a suggestion. It would be good just in case. God forbid somebody get hurt. That was my whole thing. That was it. I ain't never tried to knock Bate, and I ain't never tried to knock Zay, Nelly, or Tyler Wallace. I never tried to knock nobody. So don't put the words in my mouth.
I believe you.
I called them a whole bunch of crochets.
Yeah.
I'm saying if we can get better, then we get better. It's the same thing with last year.
On to the Browns, man.
Exactly. You don't make no lies up about me, bro.
On to the Browns. Like I showed them exactly what was said there. You
didn't show exactly what was said. You didn't show the rest of it.
Do we need to go back to the next attempt? I'm not going back around to this again or whatever.
Don't make a lie.
One thing, I'm claiming another.
All right.
Call it dead.
If you're going to say it,
if you want to call it dead,
show the whole group.
We can move forward.
If you want to show the whole thing, don't make up a lie about it.
You can call it dead, and we can move forward into the Browns. You have your opinion. Let's agree to disagree. I'm not going to say.
Hold on.
You ain't saying disrespect me. All I'm saying is let's just call it dead issue and let's move forward. Because all we're doing is
don't make up a lie.
You call it dead?
Don't make a lie about me. Bro, just don't make up a lie about me.
Kam Ru, I am sorry if you felt that I lied. Okay, let's call this a dead issue because all you want to do is try to rev this back up again.
We done.
Let's move forward.
We done.
All right. So we're on to Cleveland. We are on to Cleveland. All right. So this is the team who's lost 5 straight. They have been ranked 32nd in sacks given up, and we are facing Cleveland with Jameis Winston. And this is the guy who just loves to throw up the ball regardless who's on the other end of it. He is Mr. hate to say this. He is Mr. Throw Up F it ball. That is his thing. And he will consider himself balling. He would have thrown up 33 touchdowns, but he would also throw up 33 interceptions. The thing about Jameis, though, is he's just one of those guys he's a team leader. While it doesn't look like it through the history of his career that he's a team leader, but he can motivate an entire locker room into thinking they're more than they really are. Things I like about James is he's got deep ball accuracy. When it came to Rashod Perriman, I feel like he helped unlock Rashod a bit in his game because of the fact that the deep ball was on point back then, throwing to his deep, throwing to the speedier wide receivers. He's got an aggressive play style. It's no risk, no reward type of guy. He's a high risk, high reward type of guy. But also, like I said, he comes out there, throw four touchdowns, he's going to throw 4 picks. He's got decent pocket presence. You're not going to see this guy scramble. He's not going to scramble. And the reason I'm kind of giving you this information is because we hadn't seen Jameis Winston this year. We saw him throw 1 touchdown last week, but it wasn't enough to say, hey, we have enough film on him to be studying. Reason I don't want to walk into, and the reason I mention all this, because trap game. We ran into Uncle Rico once. We don't need to run into a duplicate situation to where we slept on a quarterback and they took advantage of us, especially the way the secondary has been giving up the yards. What are your thoughts on Jameis, man?
I just hope the defense plays it where they need to play. That's all. You got to work on the scheme. You got to get fast. You got to get a pass rush. That's the only way it's going to help the secondary.
Absolutely.
Simplify everything.
I agree.
We got the same talent we had last year, so there's no reason why the defense is playing the way it is, other than the scheme. So that's it.
So where do you think it's at right now as far as defense goes? What's our most significant issue?
I think we need interior, because you can't. we only got 9-8 and 9-2. We only got Matabike and Travis Jones. They're the only ones that can do any type of interior pass rush. Other than that, I think we need to slide Robinson in there to the 3 technique every now and then, just to have him on 3rd down.
Okay.
He's getting all the sacks have come from him rushing from outside the guard or right over the guard. That's been weird. Whenever they set up a scheme for him to be in there on a 3rd down, he's gotten all the sacks that way. He's never gotten a sack coming from the outside. So, he probably could set up at the 5 technique, but because he is an outside linebacker, but I think he'd be better just with his hand in the dirt and going forward, because he's a force. He's getting better and better. So
what about Marlette? How do you think he's going to have a change with this offense, or excuse me, with the defense? How is he going to come in and maybe help us lower the amount of yards given up? What's his impact?
I just think the communication on the back end is why everybody getting cooked. And the only person that's playing physical when it comes to man, honestly, just playing physical the proper way, technique-wise, is Marlon, even though sometimes he getting beat. But, as a corner, sometimes you're going to get beat. But he's the only one that's actually being physical. I would like for Brandon to be a little bit more physical, because he has the size, he definitely has the speed. He's tight in coverage, but, everybody's saying he's not getting his head around. I don't know if he's being taught not to do that or what the situation is. But, he's the same guy he was last year. I think he would be better. I just think they're not communicating on the back end, and then a lot of times we're not getting any pressure. It's just like this past game, for example. Baker was sitting back there. You sit back there for 5 seconds. There's no corner that's going to be able to cover that long.
Yeah, it's a tall task to do. Nate Wiggins has been doing pretty well, though, right?
He's been doing well, but he's been getting cooked too. Everybody been getting cooked, man. They all been getting cooked up.
Like some stats on there, I think it was PFF. It was like he hadn't given up a touchdown. I want to see.
He's been in there. Well, he ain't been in there in the red zone, so I guess probably maybe once or twice. So yeah, I guess he hasn't given up a touchdown, but I don't think anybody's actually like throwing his way, other than in the times that he's out there. He's not. Remember, his snap count is when they do when they like to go like they go big nickel or like they like to slide Marlon into the nickel spot, and they keep Hamilton open. But majority of the time, he wouldn't give up any. Like I don't think he's playing enough snaps, like especially down in that area. So we'll see with this week, especially with we want to see what was going on with Marlo. So we'll see.
Yeah. So I think the side that has the better communication is the side with Wiggins and Hamilton on it. I think sometimes with the side with Stevens and Williams, I don't think they're on the same page.
Mm.
At least that's what I've been looking at. When I see the tape, I'm like, okay, there is that small pocket when it comes to the handoff and cover two. If they're playing cover two, then it's that small opportunity to pass that player off. It's not. They're leaving just a little bit more space than it usually is. But as you can see on the opposite side, though, when that happens, as far as them and their communication, they're kind of giving up that shorter yardage. You can see the shorter yardage being given up on the right on the bottom side of the field. Let's just say they're at the end zone that's over here. Down here on the bottom side of the field, you're seeing wheel routes, out routes, and smaller things being given up, but not necessarily the big play.
You just got to figure out the scheme. I don't know about the scheme, bro. They look good for like 3 quarters. I mean, they did like they did stop stop Tampa for like the 6 times they stopped them. Is the time? I mean, you can't get to. You got to do something that you stopping the team that you get from. It's 34-18, so you had to do something. You know what I mean? If you stop them from scoring, but I don't know. But I think Wiggins is working on his technique, so it'll get better. He's playing well. Don't get me wrong. He's playing well. He's showing flashes. He should have had 4 picks by now, but that's another story.
Yeah, Delicious said he can get a little grabby at times. He definitely could have had those picks. I'm with you on that. Was it at least 3 picks in this last game he should have had?
He should have had at least 2 this game.
Because Marlo took one away from him, and then there was 2 more that he dropped.
I know Darius dropped one. I don't know about the second one that he dropped. I know it's another one that he probably won the one he slid on the shoulder. That was the second one that I know of. I don't know about the third one. But the Darius should have had one.
Yep.
Who else should have had one? I want to say
Baker was definitely sloppy with his passes and could have put it in our hands a lot more than just the 2 Marlo picks.
Yeah, but it's I'm still trying to figure out what they're trying to like. They got to make sense because those flat routes with the running backs. I don't know how Roquan's supposed to cover somebody faking like he blitzed and then get back out. You're not going. That's running through too much traffic. Like if he's going to do that, we need to switch from a man to dropping into his own coverage. That way he can drop back out. You know what I mean, and cover an area. There's no way in the world if you on that side, you faking like you blitzing and the running back is going to the same side that you trying to fake the blitz on, and they already stacked on that on one side, and the running back is running behind the receiver. There's no way you're going to get over there in time. There's no way. Like you got to fight through the corners, the receivers just to get there. Like I didn't understand it. I can't blame on him. I got to blame on what the heck Orr is thinking about to have him even do that. But somebody got to check out of it, or they got to. It should be a 2 call. It should be like if you see something that you don't like, you should be able to drop off into the zone. It just makes more sense because there's no way you can do that. There's no way you're gonna be able to get over there. That's the reason the screens was popping off. The screens is popping off because Joker's getting over aggressive, and then they would, you get over aggressive, then it's too late. It's too late because you mad that you ain't getting in there. But I don't understand.
B-Cam thinks that we went into a soft coverage.
Say what?
He said we went to a soft coverage. He said that's a Pease characteristic.
I don't blame Pease because we did this before Pease was there. Same thing we did when we played Dallas.
Yeah, and I think when it comes down to what he's saying is, when Pease was coaching, I mean, we had some of the sloppy type things as far as pass defense.
Yeah, now I get that, but think about it. We played Dallas. Those first 3 quarters, they was sticky the whole time. That last quarter, they tried to blitz. You still weren't getting home. If you can't get home, at least you can't give a quarterback. I don't care how good your secondary is. If you give a quarterback more than 5 seconds, you're gonna get chewed up. Like that's too much time, bro. That means we're not getting home. Like it seemed like we're getting home on the edges, even but we're not getting home in the middle. And then Travis, come to find out, Travis Jones is hurt. That's why he only played 25 snaps.
Yeah.
That's now we got. That's what I'm saying. Like
I still laugh at Michael Pierce, man. I really want to I want to see him like just step on the scale, every game, just to see what his weight is walking onto that field. Like he's able to move around with that much weight, but it is just crazy when you see this man up close.
He looked bigger this time. He looked bigger this game for some reason. Like he gained a lot of weight, like real quick.
He took all Kenny's food, is what it was.
It must have, because his stomach was heavy.
Sorry, not Kenny. He took all Wiggins' food. We want Wiggins to eat, but he's over here eating Wiggins' meals, just like, hey, you gonna eat that, fam? I got you, bro.
Yeah, I don't. He looking. I heard Kenny say something. If Mike Evans didn't get hurt. Oh, that's just like saying if.
There you go. What did he say?
If Sauce Gardner didn't do it either, and your boy Pickett don't push off, like he get the smooth push off every time when Russell was throwing up the rainbow, sir.
They're not calling that extension of the arm anymore.
They ain't calling nothing. They ain't calling nothing on Kenny. Yeah, he's a true official offensive pass interference dude. He's straight with the stiff arm and then catch the ball.
Gotta make sure he hitting that cash app before the game.
Yeah, you must be doing something. You got your phone with you? Yeah, you got your phone. I'm gonna airdrop it.
I need to pay my bills back. I'm trying to make 150 this game. Oh, let's see. All right, so he's saying, so Delicious saying Oro definitely needs to get the scheme together, and I think, like I said, it's early in the game. It was a little frustrating, but I think as they started to get more comfortable, you started to see guys gel. You started to see the picks happen, and then that's when we started to come up by big. And then, of course, later on in the game, in the fourth quarter, that's when you see this massive comeback, and you're like, what is happening right now? But, I mean, if you're playing off and playing conservative, which I don't know if that was the case, bad things are going to happen. People are going to start to come back.
Yeah.
I heard Harbaugh is going to make some changes on the hands team in order to fix the special teams issue, because I don't know if y'all heard it, but we are the only team in the league that has given up an onside kick. And we've done it twice. Absolutely crazy. All right, so let's see. Lisa is trying to let Kenny know what's up. So the world doesn't revolve around Kenny. All right, let's see. All right, so the next thing I was going to say was, so we went through the 5 facts about Jameis. I think I got through a couple of them, but not all of them. Decision-making and turnover issues, we talked about that with him. Leadership and resilience, I think got in that. Pocket presence and mobility. He has some mobility, but don't look at him like he is full on anything like Hurts or Daniels or anything like that. He just has enough to get him down, get him along the way. Consider him more statuesque than mobile.
I think we're gonna see a lot of Chubb this game.
Yes, and I think if we played 3 high, or excuse me, if we played single high safety, and then shoved everything in box and played man the whole game, if I had more confidence in our man-to-man coverage,
that's the only thing I do have confidence in.
Huh?
I have confidence in us playing zone. I don't mind Brandon giving up catch as long as he on him.
Yeah.
If you it's something like that when Terry caught that ball in the end zone to the side, you can't. Only thing he didn't do is turn his head around. It still was like perfect coverage. You know what I mean? Like he's not giving any room. But how many good quarterbacks have we played thus far? You know
who are we playing anyway as far as wide receiver wise? I mean, we got Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah,
they got Jerry, and they got a guy that's pretty twitchy. I want to say it's Eli Mitchell or Eli Moore.
They got Moore, and then I don't know who number 19 is. I just saw him get
Cedric Tillman.
What's his name?
Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, I don't know much about that.
Yeah, I don't know much about him either, his game. So
yeah, he didn't do outside.
To take a look at. But I figure they're not gonna be able to throw it too deep because this is the team that's giving up the most sacks in the league.
It's in shambles, so we need to be. You need to be hunting from from the gate.
Yeah,
I really think that they're gonna give a lot of the work to Chubb. If Travis is hurt like that, then I'm assuming Wormley's gonna come up because that leaves us only with 3D tackles. So
I wouldn't mind seeing Marlo just traveling with Judy.
yeah,
I mean, Judy has had them routes. We wanted Judy here for a while, for a couple of years, and I think Lamar would have probably been on board with that as well before we got these guys because Judy was just that route. He just had some of the best routes you've seen run. Uh, just an impressive guy, but good luck in Cleveland. But I mean, he's just going to have a rough patch because I mean, who's their signal caller? Is it Jameis? Is
yeah.
it DTR? You know,
Well,
who's the other guys? So their tight ends, of course, they still got Davis and Njoku. So we have to make sure that we are not getting caught with our pants down in cover two because he will slice cover two apart because he loves the middle of the field, and he can get many yards after the catch. Let's see what else I want to talk about. As far as their defense, they give up the fourth most rushing touchdowns in the league. So this is a team that can be ran on. They've given up 8, but they've also given up 8 pass touchdowns. Now, what that tells you about the pass touchdowns is they're kind of stingy because we've given up 14. They've given up 8, their defense. So
they're still good. It's still solid. They might blitz us more than Tampa did.
So I don't see a Jackson 5 in our future this Sunday. I would love to.
For some reason, when Lamar go to Ohio, he get busy. I'm assuming because Louisville is so close, but for some apparent reason, he go anywhere in Ohio, especially Cincinnati, he get loose every year. So
can you say he's not 100%? Can you say Chubb's not 100%? He was ginger.
I saw the game, but I didn't see him. He didn't look hurt. He just looked like he's rusty. Maybe he just saw from not being hit. I don't know the status. The practice status didn't say that I didn't see that he was on there. It just said Jameis Winston is starting, so I guess they didn't show who practiced and who didn't practice this game.
Chubb only got 22 yards, but he got a touchdown out of it.
Yeah, that was on the goal line. I watched that game because I wanted to see what they were going to do. Geno Stone, I think, is out for the year. I think he hurt his leg.
It's unfortunate. This is a guy that, he went to the wrong team in the division, but I really wanted to see Geno thrive as one of the top safeties in the NFL and repeat some of that performance that he had the previous year. Just not against us. But it's nice to see the guys, the crochets, we'll say, that come on and have a dream. That they have a dream and they're able to chase that dream once they get that opportunity. They actually showed up when they were supposed to. So much kudos to Geno, and hopefully gets better soon. Let's see.
Yeah, he got hurt, bro. They carted him off. I think he hurt his ankle. He went up. He had one interception, and then he went up for another pass. And I think he got tangled up with the receiver or somebody, one of the DBs or something like that. I don't know. He just came down a little weird.
Yeah. So a surprise guy is probably, let's just say that Chubb can't go. A guy that we have to be on the lookout for because this guy he stepped in very well when Derrick Henry was out one year.
Mm-hmm.
Deontay Foreman.
Mm-hmm. And they got Ford. Don't forget Ford there too.
This is a guy, Ford can run. There's something about the Cleveland Browns when it comes to running the ball. And once Chubb gets hurt, those running backs like, hey, this is my time to shine. I'm finna go for 120. Something along those lines. So we have to make sure that this number 1 ranked rush defense, because we are good at that, still does the job. Continues to show up and stop these guys from getting aggressive on us. I'll be honest, that first drive against the Bucks, when it came to both, I was like, whoa, we about to get smacked, dog. Yeah. We got to hit full on smack.
I figured out what was going on. Then that's when I was like, where's Travis Jones? He ain't even after that first drive.
Mm-hmm.
I really saw him in it. And then I'm looking at Urban. I said I think Urban and Pierce played the most snaps out of the whole D line. I'm like, what? These two old jokers in here.
Yeah, I'm like Pearson here they just like, hey, you big, get in there.
No interior pressure. That's why he got that sack.
I'm probably he just went sweating up everything. You just see ham hooks coming up out of his pores, steaks, everything. He got donuts in the pocket just to go back to the sideline. Keeping that weight up. Do you remember when Harbaugh kicked him out of camp a couple of years ago? This is before he went to Minnesota.
Because he can't keep that weight down. He looked like he got big again.
He
Like
came into camp at 412 pounds.
huge, bro. He looked out like he got that sack.
Big.
Boy, bitch.
He was in there. He was in the bag. Okay, he was in all the lunch bags.
He need to be on the juice cleanse like for at least 2 days. He got to clip off at least like a good 10 pounds. Like,
I need him on IR with a lap band for 4 weeks.
A little bit. Oh, he got to get a little.
Drop 60 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Oh goodness! All right, here we go. We got a question. So Gerald says, "Who do you think the defense, or how do you think the defense will perform Sunday?" I'll let you take that one.
This better be a get right game. We need something. Get right. Get your confidence right. Get the calls right. Just simplify the defense a little bit. Like Trent Simpson is doing a great job covering. I don't understand why he's not. I don't know. Or likes to go to. I don't see nothing wrong with going to a Dom package every now and then and having Kyle be the linebacker, but I don't see what's the problem. Like Trenton Simpson can cover. He's a better cover. He's better than Patrick Queen as far as covering, and he's done well when he's out there. In open field. I don't know. I don't know why we gotta see that Dom so much. We're not getting the type of pressure to be out in Dom mode.
Yeah, I think it's because they felt like we're dead last in pass coverage. They would think I put an extra DB on the field, but that exposes us on the ground.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have Trent Simpson in the game making those tackles because he does have the speed that he can run with a tight end. So it's not too bad to have us in a nickel or having a couple more players in the box and having him on the field.
Yeah.
Because he can make those runs. The problem, and I hate to go after another guy, but Malik, he was getting a little exposed out there when he was on the field because he, like you said, he is more of an outside. He's more of a pass rusher than he is a specialist in open space right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's. I don't know how good his pass rusher. I've never seen his pass rusher. I just know he's good at setting the edge. Like he's better off being a Sam linebacker than being a middle linebacker. He's 6'3", 250. When's the last time you seen a middle linebacker that big? Like it's been a minute. Like the most you're going to probably see is maybe 240. But they can run.
Yeah.
Malik can't run like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's actually he might be, if you look it up, I think he's like almost 260. He's too big to be middle linebacker. Like just put him on the edge and let him set the edge. He's used to doing that.
He was out this game, right? They brought in Welch, right?
Yeah, because they need him for special teams. But that's what I'm saying. Malik did before he became a middle linebacker at Ohio State. When he first got there, he was a receiver. Then they moved him to the edge because of his size. He was getting bigger. He got to be like close to 2. I know he's over 250. I just don't know exactly what. But he just might as well just say, hey, he might be out for the season. His knee, I think his knee is jacked up.
Nah. All right, so what about these picks here? It says, Delicious says I can see Winston throwing some picks in this game.
Hopefully we catch him. Just catch him.
So I think from Winston's last start, we'll say full-on start, this is his it's kind of a microcosm of who he is. They lost 19-27. He went 13 for 25. He had 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. It was kind of like that is a preview of what you would get in the majority of the time out of Jameis. Maybe some more yardage. I'd say add about 200 more yards on there because he is going to throw. He will throw. But he's going to have those 2 picks along with those 2 touchdowns. We just have to make sure that we are scoring a little bit more than what he is and making sure that defense is going to take advantage of that. As far as the Browns defense goes, they've only had 1 pick the whole season.
Let's keep it that way.
I know, right? Like let's just make sure we do no tip passes, no errant throws, just making sure we take care of business.
Let's keep it that way. They don't need no picks this game. Not from us. No.
Who do you see stepping up on defense, having them rise up
this game?
Yeah.
I want you can pick whoever you want to pick. I just want the whole defense to play right. Like I think the pass rush got to get there, bro. We can't not get there. There's no left tackle. They got a backup left. Well, no, I think they're starting left tackle is back, but he's not playing well. I think I don't know. Everybody in the back, everybody in that secondary has not been making plays. Only person been making plays is Maul. Like
Mm-hmm.
the back end, I know a lot of people. I know the list said Marcus Williams. I know you brought up Marcus Williams at one time, but it's easy to blame the free, like Zach Orsay says, it's easy to blame the free safety when he's the last person to defend, but a lot of times it wasn't his fault. Like that, he was referring to the catch that happened in the Washington game with Terry in the back. Terry went past Kyle Hamilton and him, but Brandon he was across. Brandon ran into, I don't know who was covering the slot receiver, but he ran into him, and you got to say something. You got to say something to Kyle because Terry went right past Kyle and went right past Marcus, but it's over Marcus, so it's like it looks like Marcus is the one. You understand what I'm saying? But you don't know who's behind you. They got you playing at the goal line. They should have been. I know they probably was worried about Daniel's feet, but I wish that once that happened, they would at least drop 3 steps back. At least you had a better chance of seeing it. So, but I would like to see that front seven. If we even blitz, for a team that has so many problems on the back end, usually when you have a lot of problems on the back end, to help the back end, you usually blitz. We don't even blitz. We in the top 5% of not blitzing. Like we not getting home before, like if it was what's the team with like Salas with the Jets. We're not getting home before. We're not that type of defense. I don't know if that's part of the scheme that he wants to bring in, but we got to get home with those type of plays.
I think he's definitely following his mentor's model because I remember in the past they would say we gonna get home with 4. They wanted to focus on getting home with 4.
Like Mike,
yeah,
like Mike McDonald.
No, Peace.
Well, what's the name did that too though? Mike did it last year.
I thought Mike disguised a couple of things.
Time he didn't like he was. I think his percentage of blitzing was like maybe 50, if that, or like 40. But we were getting home with 4. We were getting home with 4. And Matabike wasn't getting doubled. Now he getting doubled every time, and we ain't got no Clowney out there. They said in the sack we're in the middle of the pack as far as sacks are concerned, but we not getting no straight line pressure because Matabike is getting doubled, and if Travis Jones is not in there, then who's the other person coming in? Unless we're gonna make a NASCAR package, which would probably be smart. You bring in 4 of them. They had something like that when they had what was one of the plays. They had actually it was 2 defensive linemen. It was Matabike, it was Travis. It was Matabike, Travis, and had David Ajabo. That was David Ajabo's first.
So I think I want to see Ajabo kind of go nuts this game. This is a team that gives up all those sacks. Let's get some strip sack fumbles in there.
That'd be nice. Yeah. That'd definitely help him. I would like to see all of them get. We could break the sack record. That'll help. The sack record is 11. That'd be nice.
Last question from Delicious says, would y'all trade for a pass rusher?
I would for the interior. I mean, or unless somebody that can play the edge and play the inside, like Zadarius did. But I think we could do the same thing with Travis. I think if we bring in somebody that can just play the edge, I would slide Travis inside. I think it's Travis. Yeah, I think Travis can play. He's shown he can do it. He got a mean streak to him too. Like when he's rushing the passes, and he's fast off the ball. He's faster than I thought he was off the ball. So I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind getting. I know they talking about us trying to bring Zadarius back, but he's one that can play.
The game's over. They're gonna be on the phone. Hey, big head.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how that worked though. You going to see him right now?
Yeah,
see him right now. I'm gonna see you Sunday and you're going to talk to him. So we trying to bring you home. You want to come home?
Off of this 1-5, 1-16.
He might not want to leave. He might.
Maybe that's his new brothers. I mean, he might commit and then he'd be like, "Nah, never mind," like he did last.
Right. He did it like that already. He did it like that. But and if you want to talk about pay, I think his is only like 1.25. 1.5, excuse me, 1.25, 1.5.
Yeah. Well, he saw that we were going to be cheap, and I think he saw that what Minnesota was paying just a little bit more. So
They gave him a good contract. We couldn't give him that contract.
yeah, we kind of like I said, we ain't got it. We ain't got it, folks. What was the other thing? Oh, I wanted to bring up this one last fact here before we ride. The Browns, they haven't scored 20 points this year in a game.
Let's keep it that way.
The Ravens, however, have only given up less than 20 points one time this year. And that was to the Bills. Everybody else has scored above 20 points on this team. Something's got to shake between this team and their team and our team this week. Because hopefully we can be like, hey, you ain't getting above 20, and we're gonna keep y'all consistent because that seems like what they're doing over there.
You don't feel like this, like think about it. They scored, play Tampa. It should have been, it was 34-18, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel like it was just all bad luck after that? Like it was just like, oh, this is a bad omen. Doggone, Lamar throws the ball behind Zay, he drops it. It's a backward pass, so it's a fumble.
I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, momentum! This is a momentum shifter.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
You didn't help the defense out at all on that one. You put them in a bad position. Then they get the offside kick. I'm like, this is just bad juju. Somebody.
My boy can't even get this. We can check this TV. Is this the right thing?
Exactly. But the bad thing, I mean, you do want to shut it down. They had 280 yards in 7 minutes. Like you do want to shut it down. Like the defense got to be able to shut it down. But you got it. I'm in my head. I'm like, I know they like it's hot down there. I know they tired. Like you really went out there for 7 series straight. Mm-hmm. I mean, not 7 series. You went out there for 3 series straight. You just stopped them. They just scored. I think they didn't. I'm sorry. We scored the 41. You just stopped them. They punted. As soon as they punted, you got to come back on the field when you think you're going to sit down because they fumbled the ball. Then, well, he didn't catch the ball rather than the pass was bad. Then you got to come right back out there after the onside kick. Like they didn't get it. That's 3 series straight. You didn't get a break at all, and it's hot. So you know you even tired. You super tired. So it's like the conditioning is crazy. Like you got to be. I don't know. That's why I'll try to give him a little grace because it all really happened during that time, other than that first quarter. Between, I want to say, after that third drive on, they pretty much shut it down. They shut them down. Even when Marlon went out, they stopped him for six. They stopped him 6 times, and we scored all 6 times. So there are some glimpses of good defense. It just ain't consistent. Like, I mean, I guess he said it best. He said they don't have that championship mindset yet. And that's what they got to get.
Yeah, I think it's gonna continue to. We're gonna see some lumps. You know, I ain't gonna say L's, but I will say there will be some big plays given up, even on Sunday. And I'm hoping that we still get them sacks off where to just get them off the field on third down. But the way that Njoku turns up against this team in the past, it has been significant, and he has been the difference maker on this team, regardless of who's on the outside.
You think Tennessee would trade Simmons? I don't know how much his contract is.
I think it's a full-on fire sale for a lot of these organizations. And
if they trade Simmons, because what are they 1-5?
Yeah.
You trade Simmons, now you got a good young rotation. I don't know what's going on with Roger Washington. He got a knee problem. Malik Harris got a knee problem.
Mm-hmm.
Urban and Pierce, they did really to stop the run. They ain't there to pass rush. Baker was sitting back there, bro. We was running around like you saw. If you watch the game again, they funneled him like he was like he had wheels like Josh Allen or somebody. Like they funneled him,
mm-hmm.
push him up in the pocket, but we wasn't getting no push in the pocket. I know they got a good offensive line, but we wasn't getting no push straight ahead from the deep tackles. There was no push.
Yeah, it was just like he was going straight up the middle, and I saw that when I was looking at the tape for the previous game with Baker. Yeah. Anytime it was like a 5 wide or something like that, this dude would simply just take it and bolt all the way upfield. And I was just like, dang, Baker over here running like he wanted, like he over here doing Vic or doing Mike or doing Lamar.
Yeah.
And I mean, we've seen that in college from we've seen flashes in Cleveland, but he really is taking advantage of that down there. And that's kind of what's giving him those luxury yards to make him look a little bit better and making them change schemes. I think that's kind of how he got the Lions.
Yeah. I don't know. We got to for the pass defense to get better. It's either the pass rush not showing up or the secondary not showing up with a bad scheme or a bad call.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the two. Like, but if you're playing man to man, you can't be getting cooked. I mean, everybody got cooked once every blue moon in there, and it's gonna happen. But at some point in time, the technique got to work. I don't want us to go back to Wink style. Wink was everything was man to man.
Yeah, spam that blitz button
all day. Yeah, hit the hit the blitz button. Everybody coming.
Everybody. No.
All the time until we get it right. Cover zero. Boy, I don't know. Maybe that might be the key right now. I don't want it to be that because I don't think that'll be great for us. Like, but I thought the ways I don't know. I thought Zach wanted to blitz more. Now he don't want to blitz at all. But you got jokers sitting there too long. Like your grandmother could be back there. Rest in peace. Mom, I'm just saying, your grandparents could be back there throwing the ball. Anybody could sit back there and throw the ball. You got 10 seconds. Like you got too much time. Like
because he started getting double teamed, I think that should be opening things up for the other guys. They got to realize that he's getting double. We need some stunts.
Yeah, they need to do something because until they have Van Noy walking all across the defensive line, it was getting hectic. I'm like, bro, we gotta do something. He's sitting there like we're barely touching him. He got to be hit like a few times. He got to be hit. So I don't know.
Brooke hit the clock probably about 11 minutes ago, but we're going to put it up there. I ain't gonna put the big clock up. We're gonna put it up. But final points. We got a score prediction here.
No, I ain't doing no score prediction. I just want to blow them out. That's all. That makes me happy every time. They get paid like we get paid. I like Easter.
Yeah, I like Christmas.
Don't let them score at all. I like Easter.
Yeah,
give him a goose egg.
I want some Jameis Winston. I want him on his back. Pause. But I'm just saying, I want all the sacks, folks.
Big pause.
Hey, but we got 38 people in here. Hey, let me get 38 likes. I appreciate y'all coming through to the Home Original Sports Perspective. We get crazy here, but it's all love. It's my main man here. Great friend. I really
brother. We gonna argue like we always do. We family. That's what we do.
And we gotta turn up like was it Nick Wright and Brew over here?
it get hot up in here sometimes. Pause.
But we pound it out at the end.
My bad.
No, y'all have us falling off the couch, because we continue having a good time here, and thanks for the love.
Love y'all.
But we say 2 claps. Fade to black.
Salute.
Make sure y'all subscribe.
Got better.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White rap for the beat, though.